Hello, everybody. Welcome to Soccer Picks Daily. I'm Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com. With you here Monday through Friday at 2:15 Eastern Time, delivering live free football picks from Europe. We got South America, but today it'll be North America focused. So MLS, 5 MLS picks for you here on our show from our expert handicapper, Paul Legarentos. Before I get to Paul, just a reminder of a few things. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have free picks every single day. Of course, our Soccer Picks Daily show Monday through Friday. Make sure to set notifications. Be live with us so you can bet into the best numbers. Also, our promo code, you can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use a promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description, then clicking the All Cappers tab. Look for Paul's Legarentos' handicapper page. Click that, and that's where we find all his offerings. And be sure to use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. Also, we'd love to hear from you guys, so post your picks in the comments below. All right, let's get this one underway here. Let's welcome in Paul Legarentos. You find him over at Tony'sPicks.com. Top Units producer over at Tony's Picks, as well in all sports and soccer. Paul, how's it going?
It's going great. Yesterday, not so much. We failed in our first Liga MX play of the season, but still, it's a young season. We still have a lot of stats to look, and then we'll make better decisions. But today, we started the day with a win in the Champions League qualifiers with Karabakh Moneyline. Nice value there as well. I have a lot of plays loaded, a lot of guaranteed plays loaded. But first, I'm going to give you guys some free picks from the MLS. Of course, if you don't like these odds on the singles, you can use them. You can always use them as parlay pieces. So let's start.
Let's get it underway here. We got a 5-packer from Paul Legarentos. So let's get started here. It's all action here for Saturday, July 23rd. A big card from MLS here this upcoming Saturday. So let's get it underway here. Joined by Paul Legarentos. It is now time for pick one from our 5-pack MLS for Saturday. NYCFC versus Inter Miami.
Yeah, New York City. They had a 5-match stretch where they got just 3 draws and 2 losses, but that was when their coach left them high and dry. He went to a Belgian side, so they kind of struggled, to perform under the new coach. But now they're coming off back-to-back wins. Most importantly, they beat the Red Bulls on the road in the New York City Derby, and they now won 3 in a row. They did produce a couple of high-scoring matches there with a 4-2 win over New England, a 2-2 draw against Atlanta, and a 4-4 draw against Cincinnati. But I think they're playing much better lately and much more. More closer to what they were used to playing earlier in the season. While Inter Miami, they did beat Salad by 3-2 in their last match, but on the road they've been quite terrible, I should say. They have 1 win, 6 losses, and 2 draws. They scored just 4 goals and conceded 15. So New York City, they are 15-5 to the under 4.5 goals this season and 7-4 at home. However, they're 14-2 to the under 4.5 goals in their last 16 matches, and 8-1 to the under 4.5 goals in their last 9 matches at home. While Inter Miami, they're 17-3 to the under 4.5 goals this season, and 8-1 on the road. So Inter Miami, even though they've been poor on the road, at least their matches are not blowouts. I mean, they lose by 1 goal margin, a 2-goal margin. They're just they never get blown out. So they keep fighting. And they're 7-2 to the under 4.5 goals in their last 9 away matches. And 3 of 4 matches between the two sides in recent years have produced under 4.5 goals. And I just don't see New York City losing in this one or a draw here. I just see a New York City win. But the odds on the money line are just so low, so we have to make a same game parlay where we will pick New York City money line and under 4.5 goals at a decent minus 120 here.
All right, Paul Legarentos, find his picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. MLS for Saturday, New York City FC and Inter Miami. He likes in this one New York City FC to win and under 4.5 goals to return minus 120. Guys, you're tuning into Soccer Picks Daily here, joined by Paul Legarentos. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you live with us so you can bet into the best numbers. Let's continue on here with Soccer Picks Daily here, joined by Paul Legarentos, our expert handicapper over at Tony'sPicks.com here in football. It is now time here as we get ready now here for pick 2 from our 5-pack. As we look here, MLS for Saturday, we have the Columbus Crew taking on New England.
Yeah, New England, they're 11-1 to the both teams to score in their last 12 matches, and most of their away matches are wide open in terms of scoring. While Columbus Crew, we've been used to them being a very defensive side with solid defense and an offense that usually remains scoreless. Sometimes they score just one, but they made some great signings lately this season. I mean, they made some great additions and they trimmed the fat, so they've been really performing much better now, and they score a lot of goals. I mean they've been firing in those cylinders lately, scoring 2+ goals in 4 of the last 5 matches, and well, at least compared to what they perform, to how they performed earlier in the season, they've been scoring much more lately. So. The two teams actually met earlier in the season where they split the points in a 2-2 draw in New England. And now each of the last 3 matches between the two sides were goal draws, a couple of 2-2 draws and a 1-1 draw. So I believe this is a match that starts at 1-1 in the sense that both teams will score and then it could go upwards. This might be an over 2.5 goals if you want to, stretch it. But I think this match starts at 1-1. So I like both teams to score here -160. Again, if you don't like the price, you can use it as a parlay piece.
All right, Paul Allegretto's finest picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. MLS for Saturday's action, Columbus Crew and New England. He likes in this one both teams to score the return -160. Tune in to Soccer Picks Daily, guys, Monday through Friday at 2:15 Eastern Time. If you're looking for Paul's best bets, you can find him over at Tony'sPicks.com by clicking the link in the description and clicking the All Cappers tab, getting signed up. And don't forget that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off his premium packages. He's on a strong 11-0 totals run, 18-3-1 in his past 23 guaranteed plays. It's 18-4-1 past 23 guaranteed plays. So get on board. Top Units producer over at Tony'sPicks.com for 2022, as well as the Top Units producer in soccer for 2022 over at Tony'sPicks.com. So get signed up with Paul Allegretto. So don't forget that promo code at checkout. Tony T will save you 20% off. Let's continue on here with Soccer Picks Daily. It is now time for Pick 3 from our 5-pack MLS for Saturday. We have Orlando City taking on Philadelphia.
Yeah, Orlando City, they're 7-2 to the both teams to score in their last 9 matches, and they're 6-2 to the both teams to score in their last 8 home matches. While Philadelphia, 7-4 to the both teams to score on the road. These stats might not be very appealing, but whenever these two sides meet against one another, they produce both teams to score. Each of the last 7 matches, regardless of venue between the two sides, produced both teams to score, and 6 of 7 matches between the two sides in Orlando over the years have produced both teams to score. So no matter the circumstances, no matter how good or bad each team is performing in any given season, whenever they meet against one another, they produce a whole lot of goals. So again, the over 2.5 goals is also something to look at here, but I'm afraid of those 1-1 draws that have been very common for both sides. Both Orlando and Philadelphia, they've had a lot of draws so far in the season. Philadelphia have had 9 draws in 21 matches, and Orlando had 6 draws in 21 matches. So in the fear of a 1-1 draw, I'm going to take both teams to score at -155 here.
All right, Paul Allegretto's finest picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. MLS here for Saturday's action, Orlando City and Philadelphia. He likes both teams to score the return -155. Tune in to Soccer Picks Daily, here, guys, Monday through Friday, 2:15 Eastern Time. Remember, like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us, bet into the best numbers here on our Soccer Picks Daily show. Let's continue on here with Soccer Picks Daily here, joined by Paul Allegretto. And it's now time here for pick number 4 from our 5-pack. Continue here with MLS for Saturday. We got Toronto taking on Charlotte.
Yeah, Toronto. I mean, I've been saying that in pretty much every other show that they've been using the same lineup for quite a while now. It's been over 10 matches that they've used almost identical lineups, and they're not very deep this season. So, and they actually, to be honest, in the last couple of matches, they did try to switch the lineup and maybe use some reserves there, but it didn't really work out for them. They're now on a 5-match winless streak with 4 losses and a draw, and they did fail to score in 3 of the last 4. However, they're 9-2 to the both teams to score at home so far in the season. Well, they have failed to keep a single clean sheet so far, so their defense is just awful. And now Charlotte are coming to town, who are 8-3 to the both teams to score on the road, and 8-0 in their last 8 away matches. across all competitions. So I see the odds are dropping on Toronto's money line, which is kind of weird to me. I mean, I understand that they now will return to Toronto for this assignment, but the recent form doesn't really suggest. If anything, you could easily fade them. But Charlotte, they haven't been any better on the road. They have 1 win, 8 losses, and 2 draws. So maybe this is a draw. These are two teams that are fighting, to avoid mediocrity. But in this case, I'm gonna pick both teams to score at -155 here.
All right, Paul Aguado's finest picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. MLS action here for Saturday, Toronto and Charlotte. He likes both teams to score the return, -155. All right, let's continue on here with Soccer Picks Daily, Monday through Friday, 2:15 Eastern Time. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. If you miss any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here with Soccer Picks Daily. It is now time for pick 5 from our 5-pack MLS action for Saturday. We have Cincinnati taking on Nashville.
Yeah, Cincinnati, they have this certain play style where they're run and gun. They score a lot, they concede a lot. They're 9-2 to the both teams to score in their last 11 matches, and 4-1 to the both teams to score in their last 5 at home. They have a bad defense with just 4 clean sheets in 21 matches and just 2 clean sheets in 10 home matches this season. So their defense is really, really bad, but their offense is producing quite a few goals. While Nashville, they're really hard to beat at home, but on the road, they're not that good this season. They do have the second best, away record in the Western Conference with 5 wins, 5 losses, and 2 draws. But again, it's not great. They have the second best record because all the other teams are struggling. But in terms of goals, Nashville are 10-2 to the both teams to score in their last 12. And 7-2 to the both teams to score in their last 9 on the road. While in terms of clean sheets, Nashville have kept just 5 clean sheets in 21 matches, regardless of venue, and just 2 clean sheets in 12 away matches. So we have two teams that are really struggling defensively. Cincinnati at home and Nashville on the road. So I think, again, this is one of the matches that starts at 1-1 in the sense that both teams will score pretty early as well. So I'm taking both teams to score at -140 here.
All right, Paul Aguado's finest picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. MLS Saturday's action. Cincinnati Nashville, he likes this one. Both teams to score the return, -140. All right, let's continue on here with Soccer Picks Daily, joined by Paul Aguados. Before we do the recap, Paul, why don't you let everybody know what you have going on over at Tony'sPicks.com? You've just been on fire here with your plays this year for 2022. Top units producer in soccer, top units producer all sports over at Tony'sPicks.com. 18-4-1, last 23 guaranteed. Premiums 11-0 on your past 11 totals. It's been on fire here over at Tony'sPicks.com. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I have a lot of plays that I really love. I have an Argentinian side blaster. I have an Argentinian bounce back, which I believe that this team is going to make a comeback in this situation. I have a guaranteed Saturday MLS winner. It's one of those plays that I really, really love. I have a guaranteed 11-0 total run. It's in the next couple of days, this one. And of course, I have my early birds from the EPL and the La Liga, the guaranteed best bets. I have the EPL early bird and the La Liga best bet. Of course, the EPL starts in about 2 weeks from now, and the La Liga starts in about 3 weeks from now. So, I have 4 guaranteed best bets already loaded. And if you guys take a monthly pass, which lasts for 1 month, of course, you'll get all of these plays as well as all the other plays. Just keep in mind that I usually load about 2 or 3 plays per day. So if you buy this place individually, you'll pay a ton of money. But of course, if you use that promo code that Tony gave you and get a monthly pass, you get all active plays as well as all the other plays I'm gonna load. And again, I load an average of 2 or 3 plays per match per day. I'm sorry. Weekends are really, really high volume. Keep in mind that on Sunday I went 6-0, and over the weekend I think it was like 10-1 or something. So weekends are really, really stacked. But yeah, long-term passes offer the best value, especially if you use that promo code that Tony gave you.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Paul Aguados over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll put the numbers up here again. 1,271 units of profit. the last for 2022, as well as top producer in all sports combined at TonySpace.com. We see 18-4-1 last 23 guaranteed selections, as well as a big totals run 11-0. Get on board with Paul Legredos over at TonySpace.com. Argentinian side blaster up there right now, also an Argentinian bounce back play. These are sold individually. You can also look for Paul's guaranteed plays up there, a Saturday MLS on a guaranteed. Also a total play here, pick up there. He's been on fire here with his guaranteed plays as well as his totals. Also in guaranteed, we're going looking here at some future bets here from EPL, early bird guaranteed, La Liga early bird best bet. Here, these leagues are starting in 2 and 3 weeks, so good time to get on board there. But instead of buying all these plays individually, as you know, Paul's in action heavily here on the weekends as well as during the week. Get on board with Paul's long-term pass. His 30-day all-sports pass is your best value. Get all of Paul's plays here from football, European, North American League, South American League. And sometimes it delves into Asia, so just keep an eye on in your members area because he sees a play he likes, he'll fire in. Also with American sports baseball, very selective. If he sees one, he'll fire in. You'll have to check your members area for that. But that 1 month all sports, 30 days of plays here from football, European, as well as North American, South American from Paul. That's heavily there. Of course, don't forget the EPL league begins in 2 weeks, La Liga and a lot more leagues here, 3 weeks. So a good time to get that 1 month all sports pass. So you're covered here as we begin these European leagues right now here over at with soccer here, with football. So get on board with Paul Legredos with that 1 month all sports pass. We'll do the math for you on this promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use a promo code TonyT. On that 1 month all sports pass, you'll save $66. Of course, you can use it in any of the passes up there, but we just hit the math on this one. You can use them on individual plays. Use it more than once. TonyT at checkout will save you 20% off. You can access Paul's page by clicking the link in the description. Then click on the All Cappers tab. Get signed up. All right, let's continue on here with Soccer Daily, joined by Paul Legredos. And Paul, it is now time for the recap.
Okay, these are all MLS plays for Saturday. And first play is New York City versus Inter Miami. We're going to take the same game parlay of New York City to win and under 4.5 goals at -120. Second play, MLS on Saturday again, Columbus Crew versus New England. We're going to take both teams to score -160. MLS on Saturday again, Orlando City versus Philadelphia Union. We're going to take both teams to score -155. Then Toronto versus Charlotte. We're going to take both teams to score -155. And final play is MLS on Saturday again, Cincinnati versus Nashville. Both teams to score -140.
All right, Paul, I've got his finest picks over at TonySpace.com. That was your 5-pack, guys. Remember, looking for Paul's best bets, click the link in the description. Get signed up. It's got a lot of plays up there. Of course, that 1 month all sports pass is what we guarantee. Just get them. You save money when you do that instead of buying the plays individually. Of course, that promo code TonyT will take $66 off a 1 month all sports pass. So now's the time to get on board with Paul Legredos over at TonySpace.com. A few weeks away from the EPL getting started. Of course, all his European, North American, South American picks from football are yours when you get for 30 days when you get that 30-day all sports pass. All right, that'll do it for this edition here of Soccer Daily, guys. Be sure to tune again tomorrow live at 2:15 Eastern Time. More importantly, set the notifications. We want you live with us so you can bet in the best numbers from our expert here, Paul Legredos, those great picks he gives us here on our show. All right, that'll do it for this show, guys. We're going to go ahead and wave goodbye. Have yourself a winning day and night. We'll talk with you again tomorrow live at 2:15 Eastern Time with Soccer Picks Daily.